Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the one and only and amazing Beth Traverso. How you doing, Beth?
Hi, Mike. Doing great. Thanks so much. So good to be back.
Yeah, people really they really dig your channel, your authenticity, your ability to care for folks. If you ever take a look at the comments, they really do love that you're a part of the channel. So
I
thank you
think
so
that is
much.
really, really sweet. And that means a lot to me. Thank you, everybody. That's really great.
Awesome. Well, again, you have a playlist on this channel. It is just your name. What we talked about last week is you saw an interesting phenomenon where the mid market in your buy box or your area kind of vanished, right? There was some high end, there was some low end, but the middle was missing. And you said, you know what, check with me next week to see what's
Yeah.
going on. So I'm going to ask, how's it
I
going?
I have an update. Yeah. So it was interesting. Just a brief recap. So yeah, it's true. All those around right around the median price in my market, which admittedly is, it's a small part of the greater Seattle market, but in my area, all of a sudden there was nothing available. I mean, if you expand it out a little bit, you could find a few random things, but it seemed like there was this whole section that was just gone.
Mhm.
And it's the first time I've seen that in a while, especially this early in the year. Sometimes I see that around Christmas time, where things
Right.
just nothing's for sale. But I was not expecting to see that at this time of year. So, and I've been busy. I brought on 4 listings last week. 3 were within that median price point, and one of them went pending right away. Interest was really high on them,
Okay.
and all have been getting good activity. One is pending now, and it wasn't multiple offers. We're not really seeing the bidding wars where people are going bananas. That's just very much an outlier. I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all. It does sometimes, but it's really rare. So, but yeah, we got great buyers right away under contract. Lots of people circling around it that were interested. And then I have one that I'm working on today that it looks like we got 2 offers coming in on one of the other ones. Then another one out there, we're still working on it, but it's getting good showings too. So, and then one that's higher than the median is doing really well also. So what I'm seeing across the board of all our listings this week, everything was getting higher level of activity this week than it
Interesting.
was last week. So people are coming back. People
Hmm.
are, yeah. So despite what you might see out there or think that everything's just really not going well out there in the real estate market, I can say that sometimes reality doesn't always follow that track or narrative that we see out there. That's why it's important to know your area and see what's going on. If you have an agent
Yeah.
that you're working with, see what they're saying, what they're actually seeing out there. If you follow listings in your buy box or your market in general, you will see. So I'm watching every day. I say, okay, which one went pending? How many days? The solds went, where did they sell for? Are they selling higher? Are they selling lower?
Exactly.
You
Yes.
got to watch it and you got to know it. And so, I'm an agent, so I have easy access to all of that. But the thing is, in this day and age, we have the Redfins, the Zillows, all these things that all you got to do is just sign up for the alerts and track it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Even though I
It's
have
really that
access to the
simple.
MLS, yeah, I get alerts from Redfin every morning, like, hey, here's these things that you might be interested in. Here's the price drops, and here's where they sold, and just doing the work or just paying attention. Just get out there and
Yeah.
pay attention. Get out there and see the houses too. That's another thing because sometimes you don't know,
Yeah.
like, why did that one sell for more? And this one's not selling at all. Why is that? There might be a reason why. There's always a
Absolutely.
reason.
So I'm curious. Obviously, you brought some inventory to market, got good activity. Was there other inventory that showed up as well? It's just kind of a one-time thing, or
No, I have not seen other
wow?
inventory. So it's almost like I have the whole sandbox to ourselves. It's like
Yay! This is
I'm
all
loving it
mine.
actually. So I'm talking to some clients now where they're like, should we wait or should we do it now? People are having that conversation now. And there's no
Yeah,
one answer to that. I always say, Matt, what makes the most sense for your lives, if you should do it
sure.
now or later. But as far as market timing, I'm telling people, like, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't list right now, as long as you are prepped right, priced right, and set your expectations right.
Yeah,
Can make
that's
sense to do it
interesting.
now.
So,
Mhm.
usually when you get offers, you know if they're paying cash or getting a bank loan, right?
Yes.
So, of the offers that you've seen on this inventory, are people paying cash? Are they getting loans? What's going on?
So they're getting loans,
Okay.
but we are seeing more
You
cash
okay?
out there. Yeah, and so one offer was a significant amount down. It was like 80% down. So kind of
Oh
like the
wow.
flip of how you normally see it. And so
Yeah.
as people were, instead of like 20% down, 80% financed or whatever the case
Okay.
may be, it's a lot of money down. So we're
Okay.
seeing a lot of people who have sold their homes. In fact, that's the
Mm.
commonality in these ones. Like, these people sold their homes, they're hanging out, waiting for the right thing. And I have, and when
Oh,
that thing pops up, they're jumping in, and they're staying somewhere else temporarily. They're
sure.
gonna move. These are the people that are
Right.
gonna move. These people that
Yeah.
need to
They
move. They're
gotta
not gonna
buy.
stay at mom's house or wherever they are. They're gonna move. They're gonna buy.
So they
And
sold during the peak or the craziness, got a big pile of money, and they just been waiting for that perfect
yeah,
property.
yeah. And we're getting a lot of people who they're downsizing with that kind of scenario, or they're retired. A lot of retired people moving.
Okay. Interesting.
And the other thing that I'm seeing too in my area, so where I am is a little bit of, we're in kind of a rural area that's about 20 minutes from Bellevue and Seattle employment centers. So it's unique in that it's rural by zoning, not because of, it's
Right.
designated to be a rural area.
Right.
And to people that want that, are looking for that special something, like a little bit of land, a shop, or some sort of outbuilding, an ADU, those are the ones that tend to be get the most attention, because they've got that
Okay.
it factor.
Yeah, I
So,
gotcha.
and that's probably true in other areas too. I would suspect that if a listing comes on that has some special it factor, some wow
Mhm.
factor, like those are the ones that are gonna
Yeah.
probably move the quickest.
Something I'm interested, because right before our conversation at 10 o'clock, I speak with Omar. Omar's down in Southern California. And what he's telling me is his inventory is relatively flat week to week, but days on market are going up, right? But to that point, they're not going up. They're going up from 9 days to like 22 days, and I'm telling him I think they're going to go back to the average, which was 40 days. Are you seeing A, inventory up or down, and then B, what's going on days on market? Do you know?
Yeah, so inventory is it's up year over year,
Okay.
which is interesting. Now, so the data I have for inventory year over year is for September.
Right.
So I expect we're going to see different numbers when October comes out here in the next handful of days. I'll probably know
Sure.
more next week. I'm sure I will. But what I'm seeing is, so we were up from about 1 month of inventory to 2 months of inventory. So it's like, oh, okay, it's still really low, but we do have 98%. King County overall, which is a bigger area, has 98% more inventory this
Okay.
September versus last September. However,
Got
what
it.
I'm seeing in my daily hot sheets and the stats that I track every time I log into the MLS, which is all day long, is that the I'm seeing more pendings than new listings coming on by the day and
Interesting.
by the week. I'm seeing more, and so it's this seasonality where things are trending down, where it's just going down. To inventory is going down. I know that the latest graph charts show it going up a little bit, but if
Yeah,
you
just
also
wait.
look at these peaks and troughs over,
Yeah.
it seems to in our area at least, it peaks around July and then it goes down, and then the trough is around January. And so we're on that downward
Got it.
trajectory for
That's
inventory.
awesome. Well, we're going to make that video number 2. If somebody wanted to buy or sell or just network with you, Beth, how would they reach out?
Yeah, so the easiest way to find me is to go to my website, bethtraversagroup.com, or I'm also pretty easy to find on Facebook. Just search my name on there. Find
There
me.
you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.